Welcome into Behind the Line. I'm your host, Brian Bridge, and over the next few months, we will be taking a deeper dive into the athletes that are considered some of the greatest of all time. Today, we take a look at Michael Phelps. Phelps was born in Baltimore, Maryland, and raised in the Rogers Forge neighborhood of nearby Towson. Phelps is the youngest of 3 children. His mother, Deborah Phelps, was a middle school principal and is now an executive director of education in Baltimore. His father, Michael Phelps Sr., is a retired Maryland state trooper who played football in high school and college and tried out for the team now known as the Washington Commanders in the 1970s. His parents divorced in 1994 when he was 9 years old, and his father remarried in 2000. Phelps later revealed that the divorce had a severe negative impact on him and his siblings, and his relationship with his father was distant for a few years after the divorce. Phelps began swimming at the age of 7, partly because of the influence of his sisters and partly to provide him with an outlet for his energy. After retirement in 2016, he stated, quote, "The only reason I ever got in the water was because my mom wanted me to just learn how to swim. My sisters and myself fell in love with the sport, and so we decided to swim." When Phelps was in the 6th grade, he was diagnosed with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or ADHD. That did not limit his athletic abilities. By the age of 10, he held a national record for his age group in the 100-meter butterfly and began to train at the North Baltimore Aquatic Club under coach Bob Bowman. More age group records followed, and as of August 21, 2018, Phelps still held 11 age group records, 8 in long course and 3 in short course. Long course refers to swims held in a 50-meter pool, while short course refers to 25-meter pool races. Phelps has trained under Bob Bowman since he was 11 years old. Bowman swam for Florida State University from 1983 to 1985. Phelps has said Bowman reminded him of a drill sergeant because of his disciplined ways. But Phelps has said, quote, "Training with Bob is the smartest thing I've ever done. I'm not going to swim for anyone else." Phelps' rapid improvement culminated when he qualified for the 2000 Summer Olympics at the age of 15, as he became the youngest male to make a U.S. Olympic swim team in 68 years. While he did not win a medal, he did make the finals and finished 5th in the 200-meter butterfly. At the World Championship trials for the 2001 World Aquatics Championships, Phelps broke the world record in the 200-meter butterfly to become, at 15 years and 9 months, the youngest male ever to set a world record in swimming. Previously, the youngest male had been Ian Thorpe, who captured the 400-meter freestyle world record at 16 years, 10 months. At the World Championships in Fukuoka, Japan, Phelps broke his own world record in the 200-meter butterfly while en route to become a world champion for the first time. At the selection meet for the 2002 Pan-Pacific Swimming Championships in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, Phelps set an American record in the 200-meter individual medley and was just off the world record in the 200-meter butterfly. Phelps also broke the world record in the 400-meter individual medley. That same year at the Pan-Pacific Swimming Championships in Yokohama, Japan, Phelps won 3 gold medals and 2 silvers. He won gold in the 400 and 200-meter individual medley, as well as the 4x100-meter medley relay, where Phelps swam the fastest split in history to that point. This was only the beginning of Michael showing his dominance. The 2003 World Championships had the same theme. To prepare, Phelps won the 200-meter freestyle and backstroke, as well as the 100-meter butterfly at the National Championships. He became the first American swimmer to win 3 different races in 3 different strokes at a national championship. As he continued to prepare for the world stage, Phelps broke 2 more world records, including one at a meet in Santa Clara County in California. At the 2003 World Aquatics Championships, Phelps won 4 gold medals, 2 silver medals, and broke 5 world records. As the nation prepared for the 2004 Summer Olympics held in Athens, Phelps was out to prove himself once again at the U.S. Olympic Team Trials. Prove himself he did. When the trials were over, Phelps became the first person to qualify in 6 individual events for a U.S. Olympic team. Then came the real deal. In Michael's first race in that Olympics, he won gold as he set a world record in the 400-meter individual medley. The next day, he teamed up with his American teammates to take home the bronze in the 4x100-meter freestyle relay. The day after, in what was called at the time the Race of the Century, Phelps once again took home bronze against two of the greatest freestyle swimmers of all time. The next day saw Phelps take home 2 more gold medals while breaking an Olympic record in the process. All in all, Michael Phelps was becoming a household name as he left Athens with an amazing 6 gold medals and 2 bronze medals. After the 2004 Summer Olympics, his trainer was hired as the head coach for the University of Michigan after John Urbanchek retired. Phelps joined Bowman at Michigan to train and attended classes over a span of 4 years, but did not pursue a degree. Phelps would serve as a volunteer assistant coach at Michigan. A year after Athens, Phelps participated in the 2005 World Championships, where he once again dominated as he took home 5 golds and 1 silver. At the 2006 Pan-Pacific Championships, Michael set 3 world records on his way to 5 more golds and 1 more silver. Anything other than gold at this point seemed to be a disappointment. The 2007 World Championships saw Phelps win 7 gold medals while breaking 5 world records. His job was not done. It was time for Beijing. Here, Michael Phelps established that he was the greatest swimmer of all time. When asked at the U.S. team trials about his chances of winning 8 gold medals in Beijing, Phelps said, quote, "I'm going to prepare for that meet just like I do every other meet. There's only so much I can do in a month, and then I'm going to prepare myself the best that I can." In Beijing, Phelps set an Olympic record in the preliminary heats of the 400-meter individual medley. He followed that up in the final by winning the gold medal, as well as breaking his previous world record by nearly 2 seconds. This swim went on to become the longest men's world record to stand in long course meters, beating Germany's Otto Fahr, who held the 100 backstroke world record from 1912 until 1926. In his next 3 races, Phelps not only won gold, but also set world records in each race. This 4th gold medal was his 10th and made him the all-time leader for most Olympic gold medals won by an individual in the modern Olympic era. Once again, he wasn't done. The next 2 events saw more of the same, with 2 more gold medals and 2 more world records. Anything less for Phelps seemed odd. Phelps's next and 7th gold medal of the Games tied Mark Spitz's record for gold medals won in a single Olympic Games, set in the 1972 Olympics. On August 17th, Phelps won his 8th gold medal in the 4x100-meter medley relay, breaking Mark Spitz's record of 7 gold medals won in a single Olympic Games, which had stood since 1972. Upon completing the event that awarded him his 8th gold medal and 8th Olympic record in as many events, Phelps said, quote, "Records are always made to be broken no matter what they are. Anybody can do anything that they set their mind to." To recap, Michael left Beijing with 8 gold medals, 7 world records, and 1 Olympic record. He did all of this in only 1 Olympic Games. Think about that. During the 2008 Olympics, Phelps was questioned by the press as to whether perhaps his feats were too good to be true, a reference to unsupported rumors that Phelps might be taking performance-enhancing substances. In response, Phelps noted that he had signed up for Project Believe, a project by the United States Anti-Doping Agency in which U.S. Olympians can volunteer to be tested in excess of the World Anti-Doping Agency guidelines. During the Games, Phelps passed all 9 tests that were administered to him. At the 2009 World Championships, Phelps continued to put less on his schedule. Only swimming in 3 individual events, he left the championships with 5 golds and 1 silver while setting 4 world records. The next year at the 2010 Pan-Pacific Championships, he was less focused and failed to make the final heats in 3 events. But he still left with 5 gold medals. In Shanghai at the 2011 World Championships, Michael received his first ever bronze medal at a World Aquatics Championship. He left that year with 4 golds, 2 silvers, and 1 bronze. In Phelps' third Summer Olympic Games, he began to show signs of slowing down. London saw Michael fail to break any world records as he won 4 gold medals and 2 silvers. This would be amazing for any swimmer not named Michael Phelps. After his last event, the International Swimming Federation honored Phelps with an award commemorating his standing as the most decorated Olympian ever. After the 2012 Olympics, Phelps retired from swimming, stating, quote, "I'm done, I'm finished, I'm retired, I'm done, no more." And that, quote, "I just wanted to be done with swimming and didn't want anything to do with the sport anymore." That did not last very long. In April of 2014, Phelps announced he would come out of retirement and would enter an event later that month. At the Pan Pacific Championships that year, he won 3 golds and 2 silvers. Phelps was dropped from the U.S. team for the 2015 World Championships due to him receiving a DUI not long before the event. However, Michael was determined to compete in one more Olympics as he won multiple events at the U.S. trials in 2016. He was headed to Rio for his final send-off. He was even honored as the American flag bearer for the opening ceremony, which was coincidentally the only opening ceremony he would ever attend. Unlike other games where he isolated himself for the sake of competition, he was much more relaxed and seemed to want to focus on having fun at his last games. He left Rio with 5 gold medals and 1 silver. No world records were broken. As the most decorated Olympian athlete ever, Michael Phelps stepped away from the sport he loved with 23 gold medals, 3 silver medals, and 2 bronze. He broke 39 world records over the course of his career and still holds on to 3 of them. 2 were set in Beijing and 1 in Rome in 2009. Finally, Phelps holds 20 Guinness World Records, which is the most held by any athlete ever. Michael Phelps was one of the most dominant swimmers ever. But was he one of the greatest athletes of all time? That's for you to decide. Does he belong in lists with Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Muhammad Ali, and many others? Join us next week as we once again dive deep into the stories that make up the greatest athletes of all time, right here on Behind the Line.